Last time on Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright.
Rika, I remember now. Old age has a way of sneaking up on me. I'm sure you must understand, Pete.
But old age is dummy thick, and the clap of his ass cheeks was alerting all the guards. And so he alerted him. Like I say, her life is at stake here, and it's like, oh yes, well, you know, you can keep on lying. Go on again. It's fine.
I didn't realize this was the trial of Donald Trump.
Sir Flatula. Right then, go on. What is it about the Talea Magica?
There you go.
Okay, I had to think. I said it about 5 times
that's
in my
always
head.
dangerous when Pete has to think.
Oh my god.
Oh, now. Here, I brought the bucket with me.
What a turn of events.
What a turnabout!
It's like, well, I mean, I know I took it home, but I thought it might be useful for me to bring it to court.
Just in case.
You, madam, are a dozy old moo-moo. The court shall accept this milk bucket as evidence. You dozy old man.
This is a little bit bananas, isn't it?
No, it's milk, Pete, not bananas.
No, you're right. You got me.
My mind was placid as the most placid of placid lakes.
I think he was placid, guys.
Yeah, I get
Placidly placid, but not flaccid, as your mother can attest to.
Oh my god.
God damn it, Taylor, we were on the same wavelength.
That's not the first time that one's happened. But like the early bird on its morning hunt for that elusive worm, my senses remained vigilant.
Just like your mum.
Just as though your mother was hunting for my worm, although it's more like a python, as I'm sure she can attest to. Family friendly.
Mind if I slither in?
Oh! Is Pete experiencing physical pain right now?
Yes, he is.
This isn't Harry Potter.
It is a little bit.
Take your slithering away.
Snakes slither.
Yes, I know they do. I know. I'm trying not to acknowledge this. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Disillusion Plays, where we play the games and do the voices. Today, we're going to be playing Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, which you can now see on the screen. I timed it incorrectly, but I don't care.
Also, you said Disillusion Plays, where we play the games and do the voices, but it should be welcome to another episode of Disillusion Plays, Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, where we play the games and do the voices.
Okay.
You tell us off if we get it in the wrong
No,
order.
I don't.
Yes, you do.
No,
That's
I
a
don't.
lie.
No, I don't. The only thing that needs to be in a specific order is the like, subscribe, and bell, because there's an animation. The rest of it doesn't matter as long as we say it.
Okay, fine. Let's introduce
Oh,
ourselves.
I guess, and the hello, it's me, A, B, and C. Yeah, sorry. The 2 parts that have an animation. The rest of it doesn't matter.
Oh, okay. We're making up the rules now.
What?
Pete's playing Calvin Ball.
Oh, my God.
I don't know what a Calvin ball is. Presumably, Calvin doesn't want to be a ball. That's mean. You shouldn't make Calvin a ball.
Who are you?
We're Marcus.
No.
I'm Pete.
I'm Sarah.
And I'm Taylor.
Nice.
Nice train wreck there.
Well, you know, that's what people come back for. The train wreck. And look, the freaking game's gone back to the intro. And if you like train wrecks like this and are intrigued, or, you know, you actually want to watch the rest of the video, then please leave us a like, hit the subscribe button, and ring the bell so you're notified of our future videos.
Yeah.
And with that, we should probably get back into the game. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes.
Oh, God.
Our good friend, Mr. Hands.
I have to. Oh, God. What voice did I use for him?
It was kind of like this.
Yes, it was kind of like this.
Yes, that's the one.
Wordsmith.
And as I recall, he made a lot of jokes about your mother.
Yes, he did.
Well, you did. You did. He didn't, but fine.
Of course, the lantern fell to the ground after the incantation of Ignace. Sploosh!
I'm as sure as Snowy is white. I made certain to keep my eyes peeled on that milk bucket after all. Oh yes, because she ran off with the milk bucket.
Besides, how can you be sure the lantern fell just because there was a little mud on it?
These eyes do not lie! I saw the lantern in the accused's hand when the incantation was uttered!
Right. Okay. So yeah, trying to establish. Yeah. What are we trying to establish? I forgot.
So it was that. So they keep going back and forth. They're saying that the scepter was being held when she used Ignace because she turned it invisible. But then we made the point that she couldn't have held it in the hand with the milk bucket because of the handle. And so originally our argument was, oh, well, you said she dropped the lantern, so it couldn't have been that hand. So then they were like, oh, it was the hand is with the milk bucket. And then we proved that it couldn't be the milk bucket hand. So now they're going back to saying, yes, she was holding the torch, and so presumably could have also been holding the scepter at the same time.
And Kira forgot her glasses.
Yeah, perhaps if we advance the text, we'll find out.
No, well, we'll see.
Their testimonies really are all R-E-R-E-R.
Really all are place over testimony.
Really are all over the place, like my voice actor. Did Maya's hair just do a weird flip?
Yeah,
sometimes it does.
Yeah, so it might be because we've had to. So technical difficulties. We had to change the rendering engine from OpenGL to Vulkan, and it's having to cache the shaders. So there are like brief moments where things don't have textures occasionally. So yeah, maybe it did. I didn't see it.
Aha! So, is this our chance?
I think it might be. Although I don't really see any contradictions. I may be able to find something in the gaps between each of their testimonies.
I see. How will you accomplish this, Mr. Wright?
Well, all we can really do right now is gather as much information as possible. I just have to find something suspicious in their testimonies.
I'm on the case. I'll be on the lookout for anything that doesn't add up, Professor.
Well, yes. Your assistance is most welcome, my boy. Welcome.
I guess press everything then.
Let's see. The lantern fell. Hang on. Like, so they fell to the ground after the incantation. She kept her eyes on the milk bucket. Wait, so hang on. What is she actually saying? I'm as sure as Snowy is white. I made certain to keep my eyes peeled on that milk bucket. Sure about what? Sorry, that it fell on the ground.
I guess so.
Oh, there's some fireworks.
Oh, fireworks.
Besides, how can you be sure that lantern fell just because it has a little bit of mud on it? These eyes do not lie.
Because it's also broken.
Yeah. I saw the lantern in the accused's hand when the incantation was uttered. So he's the only one who's not saying the same thing that the rest of them are saying. What evidence do we have here, darling? Let's see. Lantern. The lantern was holding. The glass is broken and it is covered.
Oh, but she won't be able to see that it's broken. She just knows that there's mud on it.
Yeah. How can you be sure it fell just because it has?
Can she?
Taylor might be right.
Yeah, is it like, how does she know it's got mud on it if she can't see?
Yeah.
Well, no, we told her that there's mud on it, but now she's saying, how can you be sure that the lantern fell just because it has a little mud on it?
Yeah,
but we know because the lantern is
very
broken.
clearly broken.
Yeah.
So let's press the statement, but I suspect we can just present the lantern. Let's do it.
Hold it! What do you mean?
Well, maybe the mud was already on the lantern before any of this happened. Did you ever think of that?
Before any of this happened?
Like, maybe it's been there since last week. It did rain last week too, after all.
Yeah, just like just like over here.
And if that's the case, then there really isn't any point arguing about whether or not she dropped the lantern, right?
Indeed. What say you, Defender? I hate people just.
It's great.
I say
it's great. I like it a lot. I know you think it's silly, but it does give me a big grin every time I say, "What say you, Defender?" It's good.
It is good.
Yeah. What say you?
I say. I say, take a closer look at the lantern. You'll notice there's mud on the glass.
Mud on the glass?
The lantern wouldn't be very useful with all that mud. Nick! It's broken! You dingleberry!
Dingleberry.
With all that mud blocking out the light. Oh, and yeah, the glass being broken. Ms. Kira,
Oh.
I'd say your little theory regarding this lantern is muddy at best.
Oh, got him.
He said it. He said it.
I could point at witnesses till the cows come home. But that wouldn't turn this testimony into anything I can use. I've got to find a lead somewhere.
All right, all right.
What?
All right. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. We're gonna go back here. We're gonna do a little wee safety save here.
Safety save state.
Which, yep. And then let's present the lantern. It wasn't that.
No.
So we're gonna load the safety save. Excuse me. Nothing to see here. Nothing happened. It's fine. Right, I guess we'll just...
All right, so press everything from the
back to
beginning then.
That's it.
Back
We
to the
failed.
original
So back
one.
to the usual strat.
Hold it! The lantern fell after the incantation. Are you positive about that?
Unless we should have presented the glasses, because it's like, it's broken. You silly lady.
I say, I am positively positive that I am positive. I heard her voice and then sploosh!
Sploosh doesn't sound like a... It's like a wet sound when I see sploosh.
That sploosh. Was that the sound of the lantern hitting the ground?
Well, there was puddles on the floor, I think, so it was muddy.
Indeed. But of course, do you see? But if you look at the lantern, you'll notice that the glass is shattered.
And Kira's like,
Is it?
You specifically said you heard a sploosh. Shouldn't you have heard the sound of the glass shattering when it hit the ground? The sound of glass shattering? No, I'm afraid I failed to catch your drift.
oh, what is this?
Oh, here we go.
Oh, we're getting some great Ace Attorney stuff happening here.
I was present in an area a bit farther away from the crime scene, you see. I have no recollection of hearing such a sound. No recollection? Precisely so. I'll have you know I can easily hear a dog barking across town. Do not underestimate my hearing.
The hands.
I wasn't! Relax, Grandpa.
There is nothing of interest in this testimony. Will the witness with the goat please proceed with her testimony?
Oh, right. You mean us? You startled us, didn't he, Snowy? Bah.
Just sploosh the milk bucket being knocked over then.
Oh, that's actually
Yeah.
quite fair. Okay.
Because she was... So we need to go back to the previous one. Right?
Is
What,
it,
and present
well,
the milk
hang on,
bucket?
hang on, because it did the mechanic. I wonder if we've got to go through it, and then,
And then-
Luke's like,
I spotted something.
I think Sarah might be right.
let's not jump to conclusion.
Let's not jump to conclusions.
Hold it! But earlier, you stated that Ms. Cantabella had the lantern hanging from her wrist.
Well, not quite. We didn't say for certain. We only believed it was on her wrist.
What do you mean, we? You and the goat?
Believed?
Yes, precisely. You know how you sniff milk when you're not quite sure if it's gone bad. And then your nose is assaulted by that foul odour that you weren't expecting. Well, it's a bit like that.
Heed my words, madam. Do not make a habit of stealing. For your own safety.
Is that the voice you were using?
It was kind of like this, I think.
You need to be a bit more strained.
It needs to be a bit more strained.
That's the one. Yeah.
There we go.
Well, we said we're sorry. Please. It was all Snowy's fault.
My bad.
Bah, biatch.
Oh, brother.
Anyway, we can confidently say that we both throw the milk bucket, right, Precious?
I'm not saying nothing because you just throw me under the bus, woman.
Woman.
And as for the lantern falling, we don't know much about that, do we, Schnook?
Oh, it's schnookums.
Oh, so we've heard her bit.
Yep. And then we've got Mr. Super Strain.
Sir Knight.
Sir Strain a lot.
Sir Strain a lot.
Hold it! This is important. Are you sure you really saw that lantern?
You are but a petty baker, are you not? It is not your place to be telling me what is important. There is but one thing of importance, ridding this town of its witches as
Riding this town's witches,
thought
my dear fellow.
I thought it was riddling at first, not riding. It was a misread.
A Freudian slip.
Shut up.
ridding this town of its witches as quickly as possible.
Objection! Hardly. I'd say this is far more important.
What?
We're trying to find out the truth here.
How absurd! That girl is a witch, I say! A witch! I would stake my entrance into the Knights of the Inquisition on it!
I guess you failed then.
Listen well, whelp.
Oh.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
Yes, Sir Barnum. Many young men within the ranks of the knighthood share... Okay, let me try that again. Many young men within the ranks of the knighthood share your level of passion. However, you let your ambition completely blind you. The same way that a muddy lantern leaves one blind and helpless in the dark. Leaves one blind and helpless in the dark. Well, what?
this guy.
This guy? Yes, indeed. I would say he is quite the tough motivator. He is quite the tough motivator.
What do you think, Nick? Did you notice anything fishy?
Yeah, possibly. I think there may be something I can use.
Really? Wow. I didn't hear anything special.
There was definitely something out of place about that one witness's testimony. It was something I haven't noticed from any of the other witnesses so far.
It appears you may have found something, Mr. Wright.
A 4-witness cross-examination. This is something I've never done before.
No, it's true. And my ancestor did, but not me.
But then, maybe there's another way I should be tackling this.
I believe it is worth trusting that intuition, Mr. Wright. Oh dear, we're really messing this up today. Or at least I am.
No, I am too. I was the one that was like, the first one. Okay, got it. All right, let's try pressing that old man one more time.
Okay.
Did we have to unlock the ability to pit then?
I suspect
Yes.
that's what this is.
Because there needs to be an explanation of the mechanic, so...
Well, I think that's what was just happening there. I think he's
Yeah.
he's establishing
It's
that he
yeah.
saw it, and now we're going to actually do it.
Yeah.
Hold it! The lantern fell after the incantation. I say, the
this-
sploosh sounded like your mother.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, the sploosh is going to be the thing, because, yeah, it should have shattered, yeah.
It'll be the milk bucket.
Milk
Yeah.
bucket.
No, I'm afraid I failed to catch your drift.
There she is.
Hold it! There it is. Right there. I knew I heard something strange.
I also, for some reason, I can see
Yeah,
a thought bubble.
Huh? But old Greatbeard didn't say anything weird.
Maya, honestly, with your tunnel vision.
Maya, it's not the old guy that said something weird. It's the person next to him.
Next to him?
Next to him.
Ah, look there, Professor. The goat lady. She looks really deep in thought.
Is that deep in thought? That more looks like you've seen a sleep paralysis demon.
Yeah.
I suppose I don't need to say my thoughts because they've already been spoken.
Oh.
It would seem she has noticed something odd in this elderly gentleman's testimony.
Oh. That's right. These cross-examinations have 4 witnesses.
Good job, Maya.
You've
Glad you could catch up with the rest of us.
Maya, you've learned to count.
Look, it's not my fault that I got pulled out of school to do spirit medium training, okay? At 3 years old, I was on the waterfalls training. Do you have to get up at 4 a.m. and stand under a cold waterfall, Nick?
And sticking together an old vase, I might wager.
How do you know about that?
I know a great many things. Miss
No.
He's a
4 a.m. is
witch.
around the time where I fall into a food coma after studying how-to lawyer textbooks.
Yeah. Hey, Nick, it looks like we're not the only ones paying attention to these testimonies.
You're right. Which means they're all listening to each other's testimonies.
Correct, Mr. Wright. Each witness is fully aware of themselves and their own actions when in the middle of their own testimonies. However, it is while listening to the testimonies of others that the witnesses may sometimes reveal the most valuable information.
I see. It's habitual. They can't tell they're doing it, but I can. Yeah, Nick, it's super subtle, honestly. And I'm going to use it to turn about the tide back in our favor.
I'm afraid that doesn't really flow in a sentence, Mr. Wright. That's very strange. In fact, I do believe I may have spotted our first opening in which to test
Yes!
this new technique.
Yes, Herschel.
It's a tutorial, Taylor. Cut you some slack. Mr. Wright, could I draw your attention to the touchscreen on the DS that I gave you
Oh,
earlier?
I've got to look at Luke's DS again.
Yes.
The touch screen?
Sliding the magnifying glass during a witness testimony will allow you to shift your focus across to another witness.
Right. So the important thing here isn't the witness that's in mid-testimony. It's the other 3 witnesses listening. It's just a matter of catching them off guard and questioning them.
What are you waiting for, Nick? Let's give it a shot.
Waiting for the tutorial to be over.
How about we try questioning the old goat?
The old goat lady next
choking on a cheeseburger.
next to grey goat beard.
Yes.
Choking on a cheeseburger.
How about we try questioning the goat lady next to old Greybeard?
See, it's funny, the cheeseburger thing, because we always had that meme of like
hamburger, not
Maya always
cheeseburger.
eating her hamburgers, and yet when we played the original trilogy, I don't remember her mentioning burgers anywhere near as much as I remember her mentioning them. Like, I feel like it was really frequent, and yet when we played it...
She talked about hamburgers the first time, but then she was always talking about how hungry she was.
Yes.
So then it was
Yes.
like just a leap of logic to, oh yeah, she's probably asking Nick to feed her a hamburger.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. All I have to do is slide the magnifying glass over to that witness.
Okay.
No, I'm afraid I failed to catch your drift.
So, let's see. There we go.
Excuse me! Hang on!
Oh, it's a different word.
Excuse me, Ms. Mary Had a Little Goat.
Oh! Do you mean us? You're the only one
No,
over
the
goat.
other lady with a goat.
But, Snowy and I have nothing left to say.
I knew it. I caught her completely by surprise. Mr. Wordsmith just gave his testimony. He told us all about the sound he heard when the lantern fell to the ground.
Taylor, come on.
No, it's like the pacing is so inconsistent. Like
know.
it'll be fine and then it'll slow down.
I know, but it's just like, it sounds so weird. You just gotta like add a pause or something.
Mr. Wordsmith didn't seem too sure, but I wonder if you might happen to have something to say about this.
Huh? Well, that's, oh, God. Is that all right, Sir Barnum?
Sir Barnum. Oh no, she's talking to actual. For a minute there,
the
I
goat is Sir
thought she was
Barnum.
referring to the goat. I'm like, no way. Come on.
Oh, you skipped the rest of my look. Are we allowed to answer that question?
Sorry, I thought you said.
I didn't finish it.
I am sorry.
I got distracted by you thinking the goat was Sir Barnum.
I'm sorry.
Do what you will, madam. There is no need for formalities.
Huh?
Well, we'll try and explain, won't we, Snowy? The truth is, we did hear something. That is to say, we heard the sound of the lantern's glass shattering.
Oh dear.
We're sure of it. It was frighteningly loud.
So not a sploosh then.
No. It quite startled us, didn't it, Snowy dear? I looked in the direction of the sound, but I couldn't see anything, let alone the girl or those two thieves. It was a tad dark after all.
I mean, I suppose those thieves were burnt to a crisp, so you wouldn't see them.
No. When the glass shattered, the flame inside must have gone out. Hence, she could not see them. That seems to be the gist of it.
Then, as I peered into the darkness, I heard it.
You heard it? What did you hear exactly?
You know, that I heard. Dear. The incantation for the spell Ignace.
Aha! So she dropped the lantern first.
Yep.
What did you just say?
Now hold it right there, witness.
Yes, my lord.
The glass shattered when the lantern fell? Then after that you heard the incantation for the spell Ignace? Do you swear to this court that this is, without a doubt, correct?
Oh, yes, maybe. I think.
How about my testimony? What is my oratorical observation? That blasted spell Ignace occurred first, then the lantern plummeted to the ground.
Oh, but that's not what she said.
I heard no such thing. There was no sound of shattering glass.
Absurd! Simply absurd! So the lantern fell and the glass shattered. That does not change the very fact that this girl is a witch.
Objection!
I hate to disappoint you, but that's not quite the case. In fact, this testimony changes things a lot. Wouldn't you agree, Inquisitor Barnum?
No, I don't think I would, actually.
Yes, you do.
What is the meaning of this?
Let's go over what we know so far. In order for a witch to use any magic, they must be holding a witch's skepta. Skeptry. And yet, none of the four witnesses saw the defendant holding a skeptry of any kind.
That's because the scepter was made to disappear with the spell Demir, correct?
At the time of the crime, the two victims grabbed Ms. Cantabella's arm, causing her to drop the lantern onto the ground.
So who cast the spell?
If, at the time, she was in fact holding an invisible scepter,
She couldn't have dropped the lantern.
then the scepter must have fallen when she dropped the lantern.
Oh, and there's the puddle at her feet.
Yeah.
Now, let's say, hypothetically, that Ms. Cantabella really is a witch.
I wouldn't use
In
words
order
like
to
that.
use any Huh?
I wouldn't say it like that, Nick.
In order to use any magic, she would have had to recite the spell before dropping the scepter. However, as our witness, Ms. Mary, has just stated in her testimony, she heard the incantation for Ignace after hearing the lantern's glass shatter.
What?
Ooh.
His eyes.
You do all understand what that means, don't you? It means that Ms. Cantabella, the supposed witch you've locked up, could not possibly have cast any magic. Therefore, the defendant, Espella Cantabella, is clearly in no way, shape, or form a witch. I mean, well, we're gonna have to see about that last bit.
He became a missile.
He became a rocket.
It's like,
Such frivolity! Do you realize what you're insinuating? Do you really think she is not a witch?
Shaking. Such nonsense. Did any of you even listen to my testimony? We did, but you're wrong. There was no glass shattering. Are you calling me a liar, Missy? You couldn't even see the mud on the lantern when it was plain as day.
What ridiculous claims, all of you!
Oh, hush! Take your little toy sword and go back to play pretend, Sir Knight.
How dare you!
He's got to take a minute to charge that up.
Yeah. It's got a cool down.
Witnesses! This is a court of law, not a playground. Must I remind you of the importance of these proceedings? Witches and their magic threaten our fair town of Labyrinthia. Your words here today could decide the fate of every single citizen within our walls. Do you understand? As such, I expect each of you to take your role seriously and testify honestly about what you saw. My heart.
Well, in all my days as judge of this court, I've never seen such behavior.
But then again, I've usually plunged the witches into the fire by this point, so there really hasn't been enough time for misbehavior.
It seems to have been a matter of 30 seconds before I've gone guilty and then they've got burnt to a crisp.
yeah.
Behavior that leaves a cloud of doubt over the credibility of each of your testimonies.
Indeed, my lord. Quite a miserable set of witnesses, this lot.
Wow.
I see. It would appear this trial has come to a sudden halt.
I wouldn't be too sure if I was you.
So, that must mean...
Quite right. It means you have won this trial, Mr. Wright.
Oh yeah, got him again. We've won.
Burn the witch.
I could hardly believe the situation we have found ourselves in. I did not anticipate this trial ending with such a strange turn of events. But due to these witnesses' dubious credibility, I can see no reason to continue. What say you, Inquisitor Barnum?
As you wish, my lord.
What is going on?
They're actually going to let this witch run through the town?
Curses! If it weren't for that witch and her friends.
Barnum!
Oh, I don't know who that was.
Nope, nobody knows.
Oh, it's Herschel.
Hold it. Nope. Up.
Whoa!
Who's this guy? Some guy.
Hold it! Wait a blooming second! Its trial ain't even close to being over! Not before I take the stand to testify!
All right then.
Oh, lordy.
Order! Order! Who is this buffoon?
What? Behold! Who am I, you ask? Who am I? Why? I'm the man that's gonna single-handedly save this trial. I'm the fifth witness. Ha ha!
Oh, Christ.
Say what?
What?
Even Barnum didn't see this one coming. Just as I thought. His trial was going down the drain before I got here. Okay, you lot, assemble. We need a strategy meeting ASAP.
ASAP.
I say, who are you?
How do they know what ASAP means in this fantasy land?
Thank goodness you showed up. We can't give up now, everyone.
It has come down to this. To arms, everyone. We shall do battle against that baker and that hat seller.
I can't believe this. What the heck is going on?
Truly fascinating. It seems that a new witness has taken the stand. What's more, he appears to be quite the formidable... He appears to be quite the formidable witness. Oh dear.
What?
Ring the roses, a pocket full of posies. A tissue, we all keep on going round and round in a circle. We're not falling down, we're gonna get them.
It's blooming hot in here, isn't it?
I like, oh, look at Snowy.
Oh,
It's
it's like
hanging on
holding
at the
the
back.
shoulders.
Well, I guess this trial is still far from over.
This tutorial has plenty more to go.
Oh dear. Well,
Be
I guess that's it then, guys.
continued.
We're gonna have to. You're gonna. But will this trial continue? You're gonna have to find out next time.
It's going to be a very short episode.
Oof. Yes, we'll save. Yes. Shamon.
Yes.
Alrighty.
We're back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen.
Well then, we will now continue with the trial of Espello Cantabella.
Oh my goodness. All right then.
Ah, boy. A group of witnesses huddling up before a joint testimony in a witch trial. You can't make this stuff up.
Inquisitor Barnum, if I may ask you a question.
Yes, my lord.
Who the hell is this fifth person?
We now have 5 witnesses on the stand, so I must ask,
Does this court have any rules or what?
why was this obnoxious-looking man left out of your initial group of witnesses?
Honestly, it's because I don't think I've ever seen him before in my entire life. I don't believe he was relevant to the case at all. And in
He's
fact,
a drunken lout.
yes, absolutely.
Baldy's right, Barnum. That's just cold-blooded.
Who are you calling Baldy?
There is but one reason, my lord. I did not know this witness even existed.
If you can call it that.
You, sir, failed to come forward. When we were asking for witnesses for this very trial, you were nowhere to be seen.
Oh, that's because I didn't hear a peep about it. I ain't usually around at night, except for maybe at Rogue's Tavern.
So, you're basically telling us that you were up all night drinking.
Huh. Anyway, it's all water under the bridge now as far as I'm concerned. Just leave the rest to yours truly.
Oh, God.
Oh, good.
During the last interrogation, the defender brought forth some surprising proof. Namely, that there was little possibility the accused could have used magic. I have never heard of such a claim. It must be the doing of his... logic.
What rubbish? Lord, you say? I ain't got a clue what that is. But I do know that this bread baker ought to head back to the bakery.
Sick bird. Eloquently said.
Oi, Gramps, give me and me partners over here a chance to speak. You want to know how this witch managed to be holding that scepter? She was clenching it between her buttocks.
Jesus.
Wow.
Like a firework.
Oh.
Don't you?
Well, if you keep calling me Baldy, then I don't. Quite frankly, I'd rather chuck you in the fire pit right now. Oh, when you say Gramps, you wouldn't mean me, would you?
I fail to see anyone else meeting such a description.
Speak for yourself.
Well, we'll show you she's a witch.
I bet Snowy's beautiful white coat on it. Please,
Oh,
God,
dear.
no. Don't sacrifice
God.
me.
Oh,
No, here they go again.
All right, team, let's do this. Witnesses.
Oh!
Oh, God. Yes, well, let us proceed with the testimonies.
Why do I feel like I've totally lost control of this situation?
That's probably because you have, Nick.
Thanks, Maya!
well, you know, you did ask.
It's clear as day. A speller is a witch. And we're not backing down on this.
okay.
Did you just eat a flower?
Yes, I did. Have you got a problem with that?
When I get
When
really
she
angry.
dropped the lantern, the scepter was not yet in her hands.
The scepter must have been in by magic and carried on her back.
on her back.
I wasn't that far off, actually.
The rogues grabbed her by the hand that held the lantern, so she must have had another way of holding that scepter.
Why are you
Yes.
holding a shield up to your face? Is
With
it because
that-
you've got a guilty conscience?
Like with that third arm that she's got.
That's easy. The girl just put the bucket down on the ground and pick up the witch's magic stick!
I think you'll find magic stick.
That's the one.
So, she had the witch's scepter behind her back. Then she dropped the lantern and reached for the scepter after it fell.
But weren't the bandits holding both of her arms?
They were holding
They
one,
were, yes.
but like I think she'd be in a bit of a blind panic if someone was holding you up to mug you.
Yeah.
If that is the case, then it must have been possible for the accused to have used magic.
Yes, she clenched her buttocks upon the scepter shaft
Wait a
and
minute,
wiggled
wait,
and
wait.
twerked her
My-
Guys,
And
it's family
goodness.
friendly.
butt. Twerked
Family
her
friendly.
butt and then shouted Ignace.
Family friendly.
Well, that gave me an interesting mental image.
You're welcome.
This is bad.
Well, she said welcome.
Yes.
Thanks to this guy, now all the witnesses seem extra determined to pin this thing on a speller.
They each harbor a shared anger towards witches and magic. Such is the cause of their strong desire to see a guilty verdict passed as quickly as possible. However, such confidence is indubitably bound.
Undoubtedly.
Is undoubtedly bound to cloud their bitter
Bitter just.
judgment.
Their
and
bitter
thinking.
judgment.
I mean, it would fit. They
All
are
right.
quite bitter.
All right, I'll say it properly. Is undoubtedly bound to cloud their better judgment and thinking.
Yeah, I think you're right. I don't think these guys mean any real harm. Well,
You
other than
think?
burning somebody alive,
Yeah.
but, you know. But
Oh, and I grabbed it just like this and pumped it up and down.
they're all riled up and they don't even realize how distorted their idea of what happened tonight has become. At least, that's how it seems.
Well, this isn't good, Professor. The witnesses aren't thinking straight. They're completely blind to the truth.
Sir Baker. Sir Wright.
Yes!
You do not appear to be a mere simple baker. That much is clear.
Obviously, you're in fact a witch then.
On the other hand, you're no ordinary defender either.
Never before has a defender managed to clash and do battle with me here on this battlefield as an equal.
Then you haven't met me before.
Sir Blue Knight, this trial has not yet been decided. If there is any doubt in your interrogation, I will not hesitate to strike your case down where it stands.
I understand.
Defender, please begin your interrogation. Here we go again.
Yep,
Press everything!
I guess we do.
Hold it! Not backing down, you say?
Uh-huh, that's right. A speller is a witch. That's our story and we're sticking to it.
This is a courtroom, Ms. Kira. We're not interested in your story. We're interested in the truth.
You know what I think? I think stories have the power to touch our lives in really meaningful ways.
What do you mean?
Last year I read a book about a flower girl who brought peace to the world with all the pretty flowers she sold. Because of that story...
It was my book. I wrote it.
Because of that story, now I tell myself, Kira, one day you'll fill the world with beautiful flowers of your own. That story inspires me to sell more flowers. Pretty much the same as this trial.
Huh?
That doesn't make any sense!
What are you blathering on about, woman? What a very touching story.
Judge! What the heck?
Indeed, I have heard nary a truer tale. Wouldn't you agree, Sir Blue Knight?
How is this relevant?
Maybe it's just me, but I'd have preferred something a little more relevant.
I'm afraid our logic may do us no good here. Let's move on to the next witness, shall we? Let's move on.
Hold it! No matter how many times we ask, you still say you didn't see the scepter, huh, Gramps?
This pose.
But your mother saw my scepter.
Damn.
I ask you, youngling, were you paying attention to this trial? Yes! Well then, magic made the scepter invisible, did it not? Thus, my old age clouding my vision has nothing to do with anything.
My cataracts have nothing to do. Ah, dear.
Oof.
The scepter actually vanished!
No. What I'm saying is, if it really was invisible, you wouldn't be able to actually prove it.
Not so, young one. We can prove it. The girl is a witch! There is your proof.
Ah, yes.
What?
Compelling
That's
evidence.
circular and nonsensical! Sorry, Sarah, I interrupted you.
Oh no, I was just saying yes. Concrete evidence right there.
So my old age clouding up my memories has nothing to do with anything.
Not selling yourself, Gramps.
No.
The fact that I am 35 still means that my memory is not that bad.
Almost as old as Mr. Garydeb.
Oof. Oof.
The scepter magically vanished, you see.
Okay, we get it.
When the lantern fell, you claimed the scepter was still not in her hand yet. So that means...
Wait, oh, no! The Demir spell requires her to be touching it. It can't be on her back.
The Demir spell to hide it.
Yes, look at the Grand Grimoire.
Yeah, but I mean,
Causes anything the caster touches to vanish from sight.
but wouldn't the assumption be that it was already invisible? I mean,
Yeah.
you're probably right, but
I think.
I mean, maybe. I guess it depends on if they have to constantly touch it. Maybe I'm just stupid. I'm stupid. Ignore me.
I don't know. I don't know.
No, it's a good thought. I
It
think
is-
it's probably like. I would imagine if she didn't want to be accused of being a witch, she'd have already hidden it, I guess, because it's quite a big scepter.
It
so-
does, yeah.
Well,
Well, as noticed by, as when Barnum showed it.
Yes.
When Barnum showed us the
When
scepter.
he showed us his scepter.
My dear
The
fellow.
witch's scepter was behind her back.
Well, it's like my little snowflake here. Whenever my darling gets too heavy, I hoist him up and carry him on my back.
You mean your baby goat, right?
Sir Barnum, yeah. Yes. There isn't a cuter little goat in this entire courtroom. Right, precious?
When the goat gets too heavy, but I did carry the milk bucket all the way home to the farm.
Yeah.
Although I suppose she did say it wasn't as heavy as she thought.
Yes.
I know it's been asked already, but you didn't see the witch's scepter, did you?
Well, no, but it must have been invisible by magic and then put on her back. You know, Snowy is still such a tiny little thing. If I put him on my back, you can hardly see him. It's a little bit bigger than the goat, love.
I hardly see the point of that comment.
So the accused grabbed the witch's scepter after the lantern fell?
And this guy...
Hold it! Are you alright?
What? Why?
Why? Well, for one thing, you're hiding behind what I assume is a shield.
Well played, Blue Knight. You managed to see through my steel guard technique.
Your steel what technique?
My steel guard technique, where I use my wooden shield to guard. You tried to penetrate the depths of my mind and deceive me once with your witchcraft of words.
Well,
But you will find your words are futile against the strength of my shield, crafted from wood harder than steel.
And then he holds it too close to the fire next.
Now
It's up
then,
in flames.
have at you! Attack me if you dare!
Fear me if you dare. No. Just listen a second.
looking at this sketch, it's quite clear that the accused could not have held the scepter in the same hand carrying the lantern. Witness, explain to the court just how the accused held the scepter. And then this guy.
That's easy. The girl just put the bucket down on the ground and picked up the witch's magic stick.
Hold it! She put the milk bucket down?
That's right. Reckon if she did that, she'd have no problem holding that thing.
Objection! But none of the other witnesses have said anything about seeing her put the bucket on the ground.
But no one said a thing about not seeing her put the bucket down either, right?
There we go. Oh, two of them.
Oh, wait.
Oh.
No, everyone.
All of them.
Right.
Oh.
Well, we'll come back to it.
Well, yeah, but
There you go. These lot probably just didn't see it happen is all. Never question a witness. That's what me pappy always said.
And I didn't know my puppy.
Ain't a doubt in me mind. That witch put the bucket down before using the stick.
If that is indeed accurate, then it would seem we may have found our truth.
Have we?
these testimonies, something's definitely not right here.
What do you think, Nick?
There's no way this disappearing scepter explains what actually happened. I mean, no one saw anything. How can anyone prove it was there?
This is starting to get really annoying.
They can talk all they want about an invisible scepter, but no way is anything slipping under my radar.
I do believe that is correct, Mr. Wright. Somehow, we must find a clue that can lead us to another opening.
Yeah, you're right. And I think Mr. Personality over there may be the key to doing just that.
Mr. Personality.
Oh, we're still in the tutorial, all right. Okay, Mr. Personality. We hold it, we go through your dialogue, and then...
Objection.
So who are we gonna question?
Whoever, really.
I guess let's go left to right.
Left to right.
Oh?
All right, then, old man.
Hang on! Excuse me, Mr. Wordsmith?
What is it, oh boisterous blue one? I am communing with the spirits.
Hey,
Tell me,
that's what
what
I
do you-
could do that too. Did you train under a waterfall?
No. I commune with a different kind of spirit, more shapely.
Ah,
I thought you were going to say.
I was thinking the more wet kind.
Yeah, I was thinking the more of the vodka variety.
The more wet consumable kind found in a bottle.
More liquid kind.
Yes.
Well, what do you make of this witness's testimony just now? He has stated that the defendant
Put the bucket down on the ground.
Me.
The other witnesses never mentioned
Are
that.
you taking the wee-wee?
Let me tell you something, young man. Long have I lived and prospered
All right,
for
Spock.
35 years. In that time, I have forgotten much. Dreams, aspirations, even love.
Aw.
I simply forgot about that milk bucket. Like one would forget about a single drop of water within the bucket that is life.
Okay.
Thank you for that, Mr. Wordsmith. No further questions.
I still don't understand a single word that comes out of his mouth, Nick.
I wonder if it's the night, because he instigates us seeing the picture, like the photograph and whatnot. Like the others just kind of seem to ramble.
Sheesh. I guess it's back to the drawing board.
I didn't.
Oh no, do we have to do that every time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I want to
Is it-
try the night. Is it what?
Yeah.
I don't know if all of them had an exclamation.
They did.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, they did. All 4.
Did he just say something then?
No,
Oh.
it's here. Yeah, look. All 4.
No, I know, but like Kira had an exclamation mark.
Wait, hold on. Didn't the old lady specifically say she was keeping her eye on the bucket?
Yes, she did.
I mean, we can question
Yeah, I mean she took it, didn't she?
Yeah. Hold it! Excuse me, Miss
it.
Mary.
Let's hang on, but
Huh?
Huh?
Oh.
Whoop.
That's me. You mean Snowy and me?
I think like Nick startled himself.
Tell me, what do you think of the witness's testimony just now? The accused placed the bucket on the ground. No one has said anything about this until now.
Ah, that must be how it happened. The girl probably placed the milk bucket on the ground. Yes.
Objection! Miss Mary, you did not mention anything to that effect in your previous testimony. And yet, you clearly stated that the one thing you were specifically focused on more than anything else was the milk bucket.
Yeah, well remembered, Taylor.
Ergo, you should be able to confirm to the court whether or not the bucket really was placed on the ground.
Well remembered.
Objection! One's memory is not flawless, Sir Blue Knight. Was something that my voice actor can attest. Pay attention to what the witness was saying. The accused probably placed the milk bucket on the ground. There is the possibility such was the case.
Jingle, jingle.
Yes. Yes, that's right. Isn't it my cuddle pumpkin? Bah.
I knew it. There's something fishy about her testimony. But
Indeed. It would seem we require a decisive piece of evidence if we are to expose the contradictions in these witnesses' testimonies.
yeah, I just have to think of what that could be.
We don't have anything extra though, do we? So we're just gonna have to like press everyone until we get something. We check. Yeah, glasses, bucket of milk. The milk was carrying at the time of the crime. Yeah.
Is it because she actually
Nah.
took the bucket away?
I don't know. Because we can't present anything as well while they're doing the exclamation mark thing. So we'll go through dooby-dooby-doo.
Oh, you're having a laugh.
I don't know about you, but I don't think we're going to be able to have time to find this one out, guys.
No, I don't think so, unfortunately.
We're gonna-
Our brains are dead and smooth. As smooth can be
Very,
right now.
very smooth.
Smoothened.
Smoothened ever still by technical difficulties. But anyhow,
If you do like what we do, then please consider giving us a like, subscribe to the channel, ring that notification bell, and you'll be notified of a video uploads every Wednesday and Saturday if this emulator doesn't decide to be a crashy so-and-so again.
yes. And with that, everybody, we'll catch you in the next one.
See you next time, guys.
And remember, pay very careful attention to your milk buckets because you never know when that information may save your life.